Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike the intern, Ned Reynolds. Red Friday. Chiefs heading to Cleveland on Sunday. And we got some good news this week. Hollywood Brown has been cleared by doctors to return to practice.
He has been. The practice session will be 21 days. And he doesn't necessarily have to stay in it that long, but that's the minimum amount that he can. And then the Chiefs will either declare him ready to play or not. But Hollywood Brown, this is pretty remarkable recovery considering the surgery and the nature of the injury. It was a rather distinct shoulder injury that he suffered in the first exhibition game, and be that as it may, he could play again this year. DJ Humphries probably will not play at left tackle. It's a hamstring problem, did not practice Wednesday nor yesterday, so you have to think that he'll probably be, if available at all, limited, and Wanya Morris will probably go in and take his place. But overall, they're pretty good. Butker could play. He's been made available now. But again, it all depends on how the player feels. And against a team like the Cleveland Browns, they may not need them because the Chiefs are a big favorite in this one. But be that as it may, they are getting better.
No need to push and get hurt. And that's also part of the playing down mentality, I think, that they've focused on this year so heavily on. I know you too well. I know you got chocolate chips on this game tomorrow.
I do not.
You won't do it?
No, it's not because no. It's not because I don't want to play. I don't have any chocolate chips.
Well, I'll let you know. I know you got all the context. I'll let you have some of my birthday chocolate chips.
There we go. There you go.
So
now you're
if you were hypothetically going to put chocolate chips on this,
I would play Kansas City.
No. I was going to say Army Navy. Sorry.
Oh, Army Navy.
Yeah.
Niet. Not at all.
Why wouldn't you put chocolate chips on that one?
Army's a 6.5-point favorite going in. There is no such thing as a favorite in the Army-Navy game. I saw one, back one of the very first ones I ever saw. Army came in undefeated and top-ranked in the country, maybe second. Navy was 0-7 going into the game. Actually, 0-8 going into the game and won 14-2. You never know what's going to happen in that one. It's such an arch rivalry now. Yeah, leave it alone. Don't play it.
So going into this one tomorrow, who's favored?
Army's 6.5 points. They're playing this year at Landover, Maryland, in what's called Northwest Stadium. That stadium's undergone any number of changes. I'm assuming this is an airlines, but I don't know that for sure. It's where the Washington Commanders play their games, and there have been games there, Army-Navy at Landover, Maryland, before. It's a wonderful stadium, great place to play, and that's where they'll kick it off tomorrow about 2 o'clock.
Last but not least, we do have the College Football National Championship playoff game starting pretty soon, right? 1
week from tonight.
That's great.
They have one Friday night game and then 3 on Saturday, and the third one on Saturday is also a night game. But that very first one, 1 week from tonight, is Indiana at Notre Dame. They're playing within the state. Bloomington, Indiana is not very far away from South Bend, and they had snow up there yesterday. So there's no telling next Friday what it might be like. And then the 3 first-round games will be Saturday, December the 21st, and then it's on to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the championship itself.
So we had an NFC West showdown yesterday. Your thoughts on that game?
End of the line, I think, for the San Francisco 49ers. Yep. They were playing at home at Levi Stadium. I really thought they'd play a whole lot better, but Brock Purdy had a tough night. His favorite receiver, Deebo Samuel, dropped a couple of passes. It just was not a very good game at all. And the Los Angeles Rams win it by a score of 12-6. Oh my, 12-6. Fans were not exactly on the edge of their seats for this one, and there was some booing from the Levi Stadium crowd, but nonetheless, Rams still remain alive in their bid for the playoffs, but the 49ers are about done. But that heralds the weekend of pro football coming up.
Yeah, that pretty much solidified that division because they were one game apart. Now that kind of made a little bit more separation. I will also say this about the Thursday night football games this year. Been doing this contest at Coyotes, you predict the halftime score, and obviously when I'm walking through and getting people to do it, I'm always like, they ask me what my prediction is. Every time I would do like an over situation, I was wrong. Any time that I bet the under in these games, it was always so close. So just, there's 2 more.
Actually, I don't think that's an oddity because the games have been lower scoring.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Defense has taken over in the NFL. I'm not sure the owners like that. They'll probably get together this summer and we're banning all defenses or something like that. They want the scores on the board.
That's probably why we're seeing so many flags. What's the college basketball schedule this weekend?
For the Bears, they have 2 games. The Lady Bears play at home. Tomorrow afternoon, they're playing Little Rock. That used to be called Arkansas Little Rock. That was her name, UALR. but now they've just changed it to the city, as have most of the other city schools. So it's the Lady Bears against Little Rock, and that'll be tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and they'll play in the Great Southern Bank Arena. Conzo Martin has his team out on the West Coast, in the Northwest Coast, as a matter of fact, and really not on the coast at all. They're in eastern Washington, in the community of Pullman, Washington, which is the home of Washington State. And that's who the Bears will play late tomorrow afternoon, Washington State. The Drury teams are idle, the men are. The women will play Sunday, and this is really interesting as far as the Lady Panthers are concerned. They're taking on the number 1 Division II women's team in the country, Grand Valley State, from up in the state of Michigan. Grand Valley State is very good, but the game is not on their home court, nor is it on Drury's home court. It's in Champaign, Illinois, as part of a unique doubleheader that's going on. Doubleheader. The second game will be the Illini women's team, Illinois women's team, playing their game. But the first one is Drury and Grand Valley State. That will be a heck of a challenge.
Absolutely will, Ned. And now finally back to the Kansas City Chiefs, who head off to the Browns. If the Chiefs win the next 2 weekends and the Lions lose one, Steelers lose one, that means we could actually have 2 weekends of games where they've set players because of attrition.
Oh, I think that'll probably happen anyway.
I hope you're right,
They
man.
have everyone all set to go.
You're right.
The injury problem they don't want to have to deal with in the postseason. Now, Ned Talk on Sunday begins at 10. The game kicks off at 12 noon our time, so we're here at 10. The Chiefs pregame show on their network begins at 11, and then the game itself kicks off at 12. I fear this one, and I'll tell you why. Cleveland's not very good. But it is a trap game, and Cleveland can play, they can score, and the Chiefs have shown a vulnerability in the defensive backfield to a pretty fair passing attack, which Cleveland does have. So we'll see what happens, but the Chiefs go in as a big favorite in this one, and you can understand why. They are a very good team.
They absolutely are, man. And again, go Chiefs. Ned, have a great day, and I will see you on Monday.